Charles Grey, 1st Earl Grey KBPC, was a British general of the 18th century. A distinguished soldier in a generation of exceptionally capable military and naval personnel, he served in the 7 Years' War, taking part in the complete defeat of France. He later served in the American War of Independence and in the early campaigns against France during the French Revolutionary War. Following the Battle of Paoli in 1777, he became known as No Flint Grey, for ordering his men to extract the flints from their muskets during a night approach, and fight with the bayonet only. Early life. He was the fourth son of Sir Henry Grey, 1st Baronet, of Hoyke, and Hannah, daughter of Thomas Wood of Falodon in Northumberland. Grey was born at his family's estate, known as Hoyke, 30 miles north of Newcastle upon Tyne and 1 mile from the North Sea. His exact birth date is unknown, but he was baptized the 23rd of October 1729, so he was probably born in October. Because he had 3 older brothers, Grey did not expect to inherit his father's titles and estates, so he pursued a career in the military. 2 older brothers, Sir Henry and Thomas, both died without issue. Military career. In 1744, with financial assistance from his father, Grey purchased a commission as an ensign in the 6th Regiment of Foot. He soon went to Scotland with the 6th Regiment to suppress the Jacobite Rising of 1745. Following victory there, the 6th Regiment spent the next few years in Gibraltar. In December 1752, he purchased a lieutenancy in the 6th Regiment. In March 1755, he formed a new independent company and became their captain. 2 months later, he purchased a captaincy in the 20th Regiment of Foot, also called the East Devonshire Regiment, in which James Wolfe served as lieutenant colonel. In 1757, while with Wolfe's regiment, he participated in the unsuccessful attack on Rochefort. 7 Years' War. In the 7 Years' War, he served as adjutant in the staff of Duke Ferdinand of Brunswick, and on 1 August 1759 was wounded at Minden. On 14 October 1760 he commanded a light company at the Battle of Campen, where he was again wounded. 1 year later, as Lt. Colonel of the 98th Foot, he participated in the capture of Belle Isle, off the coast of Brittany. Next, he served at the Battle of Havana in 1762. Later, he was on the staff of Wilhelm, Count of Schaumburg-Lippe during the Spanish invasion of Portugal. In 1763 he retired on half pay, but in 1772 he received a promotion to colonel and served as aide-de-camp to King George III. American War of Independence. During the American War of Independence he was one of the more successful army leaders. He was rapidly promoted, becoming a major general in 1777 and commanded the 3rd Brigade at the Battle of Brandywine. He earned the nickname, No Flint Grey, after the Battle of Paoli in 1777 when, to ensure surprise in a night attack on an American encampment, he ordered the infantry of his command to remove the flints from their muskets and use only their bayonets. He commanded the 3rd Brigade again at the Battle of Germantown and the Battle of Monmouth. In 1778 he led raids at New Bedford on 5–6 September, destroying nearly all the shipping and burning 20 shops and 22 houses in the town, and Martha's Vineyard, where between 10 and 15 September, the British carried off all the sheep, swine, cattle and oxen that they could find with promise of payment in New York. On 27 September 1778, Grey used the same methods as he had at the Battle of Paoli in a controversial night attack at Old Tappan, New Jersey, which came to be known as the Baylor Massacre. He was recalled to England and became a Knight of the Order of the Bath and a Lieutenant General. He later was appointed Commander-in-Chief of the British troops in America, but hostilities ended before he could take command. French Revolutionary Wars. At the outset of the war with revolutionary France, in 1793, Sir Charles Grey was appointed commander of the West Indian expedition. First, however, he went to Ostend to participate in the relief of Nieuwpoort, Belgium. In early 1794, he and Admiral Sir John Jervis led a British force to capture Martinique. The campaign lasted about 6 weeks, with the British capturing Fort Royal and Fort St. Louis on the 22nd of March, and Fort Bourbon 2 days later. The British then occupied Martinique until the Treaty of Amiens returned the island to the French in 1802. Next, Grey was involved in the invasion of Guadeloupe. Between the years of 1797 and 1807, General Grey held the position of Governor of Guernsey, in the Channel Islands peerage. In late 1794 he returned to England. From 1798 to 1799 he served as commander of the Southern District, retiring in 1799. In acknowledgement of his service, he was raised in January 1801 to the peerage as Baron Grey, of Hoyk in the county of Northumberland. In 1806, he was created Earl Grey and Viscount Hoyk, in the county of Northumberland. He died the next year, at the age of 78. Family. In 1762, Grey married Elizabeth Grey, the daughter of George Grey of Southwick. Their children were Charles Grey, 2nd Earl Grey, British statesman and Prime Minister after whom Earl Grey Tea is named, and who married Mary Elizabeth Ponsonby. Lady Elizabeth Grey married Samuel Whitbread. Sir Henry George Grey, GCH, GCB, Colonel in the 13th Light Dragoons, who married Charlotte Desvaux. Sir George Grey, 1st Baronet of Falladon, KCB, Flag Captain under Admiral Jervis, Flag Captain of King George III's Royal Yacht and Commissioner of Sheerness Dockyard and Portsmouth Dockyard. Married Mary Whitbread, daughter of Samuel Whitbread, whose sons Sir George Grey, 2nd Baronet, was a British statesman and Home Secretary, and Charles Samuel Grey, Paymaster of Civil Service in Ireland, and daughters. Mary married Captain Thomas Monck Mason, Elizabeth married Charles Noel, 1st Earl of Gainsborough, Harriet married R.E.V.D. John Jenkinson, Hannah John married Sir Henry Thompson, 3rd Baronet, Jane married Francis Baring, Hon. L.T. Cole. William Grey married Maria Sharef, Hon. R.T. R.E.V.D. Edward Grey, Bishop of Hereford, married firstly Charlotte Elizabeth Croft, secondly Elizabeth Adair, and thirdly Eliza Innes. Lady Hannah Althea Grey married George Edmund Byron Bettisworth. Grey and his wife brought up Eliza Courtney, the illegitimate daughter of their son Charles, with Georgiana, Duchess of Devonshire.